from there to have a look at some of the stories making the rounds across the globe. Known as Global Trotting. Then after that, we go straight to Mr. Olaimi Koiki to bring you updates from Nigeria. We then continue making the rounds in other parts of the world.
Atutu Jila Roy. Talo ti dìde.
At 12 o'clock, the lines are
Abẹ́ ṣe ń sùn níbi tá a ti ń sọ pé recognition. Talo ti send letter tiẹ̀, talo ti send. Ó kù díẹ̀. Atutu wo gbá mi ètò láàárọ̀ ìṣe. No retreat, no surrender ni. Yorùbá láti dá dúró, ilẹ̀ Yorùbá máa dá dúró. Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ó ti dúró. Mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá as we are preparing for Starr Radio UK. He don't say. Ẹ ní láti rójú mi. Mo ì tí fọnu láàárọ̀ yìí. Mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá pátápátá nílé lóko. Èmi tí náà ni nítòótọ́. Koikimedia. Máa fi media, máa fi bá ti Nigerian government jẹ́ ká tó débi táwọn lọ. Ó kù díẹ̀ sẹ́.
What are you doing there?
Àníṣe gbogbo ọ̀nà pátápátá la máa fi polongo Yorùbá nation. Ẹni tó bá ní Yorùbá nation ò ní wáyé. Àwọn alálẹ̀ máa bá tiẹ̀ jẹ́ pátápátá nítorí pé ìyà tó ń já àwọn èèyàn nílé ìgẹ́tàsí bíi bíyàn bá fúnyàwó ẹ̀ lóyún á tún máa wá ẹni tó máa kọ́kọ́ bá ṣe ìkómọ. Ṣé ó yẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀? Ìbéèrè ni o bíi sísítà mi ìyá mi àgbàlagbà. Ṣé ó yẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀? Ṣó jẹ́ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀? Ìbéèrè ni o. Ta ló ti fi lẹ́tà tiẹ̀ ránṣẹ́ síjọba Nàìjíríà àbí bí bá ṣe máa ń sọ yẹn ẹ̀ ṣe ni. Ṣé ti fi lẹ́tà ti yín ránṣẹ́ torí ẹlòmíì ò kọ lẹ́tà báyìí. Wọ́n ní ká kọ lẹ́tà ẹ̀kọ́ lẹ́tà. Wọ́n ní ká kọ lẹ́tà sẹ́ńpì ẹ̀kọ́ lẹ́tà. Ṣé ń dáwó sínú central account àbí ẹ̀ dáwó? Ṣé mo pa ní ìdówó tó pọ̀? Wọ́n ń ja kínní lásán. Wọ́n ń fẹ́nu já ó. Pa máa gba Yorùbá nation. Àní náwó irọ́ la pa. Àná ṣé gbé gbìrìgìdì owó. As long as tá bá ti ná síbi tó yẹ ká ná sí. Gbogbo àwọn ọmọ wa nílé ló ń pariwo Koiki kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ gangan. Ìgbà ó gan ni a máa rí gbogbo in tó yẹ ká rí. Mo ní kó fọkàn balẹ̀. Bí ṣe ń fi wọn lọ́kàn balẹ̀. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà níbi ètò. Àwọn èèyàn máa rò pé Koiki ló wà níbi ètò. Irọ́ mo sí níbi ètò. Tèmi ni pé kí n monitor gbogbo ohun tó ń lọ lọ́tùn lósì wá fi tó mi létí. Àwọn èèyàn sọ pé sẹ́ ǹjẹ́ a máa rí gbogbo ohun tá à ń fẹ́? Mo ní gbogbo ẹ̀ náà la máa rí lágbára àwọn tó láyé tó lọ́run. Orúkọ tèmi ni Koikimedia. Ní èní ẹ pàdé ìyá wa Chief Mrs. Modupe Onítìrí Abíọ́lá lọ́dọ̀ ìyá wa Lady K, the Moremi of our time. Ìyá wa ń bọ̀ níbẹ̀. Mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá pátápátá nílé lóko. A máa fi media a fi bá ti Nàìjíríà jẹ́, a dẹ̀ fi educate. Wọ́n ayé kan ní Dubai, òun ni kíní ń jẹ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. Mo ṣẹ̀rí lórí page Mayegun nísìnyí, ẹ jẹ́ sáré fi wọ̀nyí. Ayé ni Àtíkù ń jẹ, mo ní láti lọ fọnù. Ayé l'Àtíkù ń jẹ, àbẹ́ ríran wò. Ayé ni Àtíkù ń jẹ báyìí o. Àtíkù, ẹ̀rí, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Kò lè jayé yẹn ládámáwá àwọn olórí burúkú ọmọ àlè. Sherry, ayé ló ń jẹ yẹn. Can you see that? That's your incoming president in Dubai, another incoming president in France. Àwọn wèrè, àwọn ìkà, àwọn abayéjẹ́, àwọn lè ti bayéjẹ́. Ẹ̀yin wèrè kan tó wá ní ká lọ dìbò fún wọn. Dìbò fáwọn wo? Orúkọ tèmi ni Koiki sẹ́ tí gbogbo yín pè ní Koikimedia. Ó kù díẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ n sáré lọ fọnu. Torí mo ti fọnu láàárọ̀ yìí. Mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá. Recognition òun la wà lórí ẹ̀. Recognition of the Yoruba Kingdom tí ń bẹ before the fraudulent. Ẹni tó bá wo late night ta lọ ṣe lánàá. The UK parliamentary was in Nigeria and they said they're going to help us review the. Ẹni tó bá wo program yẹn is just under 2 hours. Tá bá parí eléyìí màá take a break there. Torí màá táwọn ọmọ Oòduà àjọ máa pọ̀ léni nínú léni. So ẹ lọ wo ẹ má bínú ẹ tẹ́wà lórí Instagram gbogbo ẹ̀ ló ń lọ. Mo fẹ́ start Twitter nìyẹn, mo ṣe fẹ́ start gbogbo ẹ̀ kí n tó lọ fọnu so that kí gbogbo yín náà lè láǹfààní àti máa wo ohun tó ń lọ. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí, Nigeria has come to its final straw. It cannot work. Don't waste your time. Don't try to fix Nigeria. PVC is all gimmicks. Gimmicks in it. It cannot work. So while I'm going to do that, I have 8 minutes. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n kàn fún wa ní ẹ jẹ́ kí n fún yín ní orin kan tẹ́ wọ́n máa gbádùn níbí báyìí tí máa fi padà dé. Ẹ jẹ́ á lọ sórí YouTube. ṣe fẹ́ gbọ́ àlùjọ ṣàlùjọ lẹ fẹ́ àbí ò lẹ fẹ́ kẹ fẹ́ àlùjọ ẹ jẹ́ ká má play lé ẹ jẹ́ ká play àlùjọ ẹ jẹ́ ń lọ sí stream èmi náà máa ń káàkiri ilé la ṣe lánàá UK parliamentary ẹni tó báyìí tí wò ẹ lọ farabalẹ̀ kẹ wò ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ sí stream Janet ni mò ń wá náà kàn ń ṣe Janet ìyá mi dáadáa ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ àlùjọ yìí tí máa fi padà dé ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ àlùjọ yìí ta ló mọ̀ jó ìyá mi tèmi kò ní bàjẹ́ fún yín kò ní bàjẹ́ fún gbogbo wa pátápátá wọ́n ní kò ní ṣe ìrọ̀lẹ́ pa ẹ máa gbẹ́ lè lọ mò ń bọ̀ ẹ jẹ́ kí mi náà lọ kí n lọ get ready ẹ máa jàǹfààní lè lọ mò ń bọ̀. ẹ jẹ́ lọ prepare.
Unity ló dára kájọ fi máa ṣọ̀kan àgbájọwọ́ la fi sọ́yà ẹnìkan ìjà àdé. Unity ló dára kájọ fi máa ṣọ̀kan. Unity ló dára kájọ fi máa ṣọ̀kan àgbájọwọ́ la fi sọ́yà ẹnìkan ìjà àdé. Unity ló dára kájọ fi máa ṣọ̀kan. Unity ló dára kájọ fi máa ṣọ̀kan àgbájọwọ́ la fi sọ́yà ẹnìkan ìjà àdé. Àyírí pọ̀wọ́ mẹ́jọ Mr. Bọ̀gọ́lá lọ́jọ́ mẹ́jọ níyà o. Òṣùṣù ọ̀wọ̀ sóhun ló lè gbálẹ̀ wọn. Àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá kó tó òjì rẹ̀. Kájọ finú kan bára wà lòlòlò. Ìmọ̀ wa tó ṣọ̀kan lábí kò yà jẹ́.
ìlú débi ń para àdúró lójoojúmọ́.
Àyírí pọ̀wọ́ mẹ́jọ Mr. Bọ̀gọ́lá lọ́jọ́ mẹ́jọ níyà o. Òṣùṣù ọ̀wọ̀ sóhun ló lè gbálẹ̀ wọn. Àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá kó tó òjì rẹ̀ o. Kájọ finú kan bára wà lòlòtọ́. Ìmọ̀ wa tó ṣọ̀kan lábí nǹkan ìyá jẹ́. Mo ti rí ọ̀lànà lẹ̀ láì kọ̀ lọ́fà o. Aláǹpọ̀ nílé ààyè wọ́pẹ́ o. Àwọn ọmọ kó tó òjì rẹ̀ o. Ìfọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ sóhun mà ló yẹ wá. Káyé tó yà tẹnu jẹ tara wa lọ́pọ̀ o. Àwọn onílé ríra tó bá padà wá dọ̀rùn. Táwa gbẹ̀rú láyé ló máa sọ̀rọ̀ àjọbí. Táwa gbẹ̀rú láyé ló máa sọ̀rọ̀ àjọbí. Táwa gbẹ̀rú láyé ló máa sọ̀rọ̀ àjọbí. Ó ṣe Yorùbá kó ṣe Yorùbá. Ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation ti wá ní ìfàmìfà o. Yorùbá nation ó yẹ kó lè múlẹ̀ ni. Àwa náà ló máa padà wúlò fún ìṣọ̀kan ọmọ Yorùbá ló fi lè rákùn o. Òun ló lè yọ wá kúrò lóko àwọn ẹrú. Oko ẹrú àwọn ẹ̀dá amúnisìn.
Àwọn ẹ̀dá amúnisìn.
Amúnisìn fúnni lóko ọ̀pọ̀ ẹrú. Wọ́n ṣe Yorùbá kó ṣe Yorùbá. Ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation ti wá ní ìfàmìfà o. Yorùbá nation ó yẹ kó lè múlẹ̀ ni. Àwọn náà ló máa padà wúlò fún ìṣọ̀kan ọmọ Yorùbá ló fi lè rákùn o. Òun ló lè yọ wá kúrò lóko àwọn ẹrú. Oko ẹrú àwọn ẹ̀dá amúnisìn fúnni lóko ọ̀pọ̀ ẹrú. Yorùbá nation ó ní láti wáyé ohun tó wá gbàlámọ́ fún. Yorùbá nation ó ní láti wáyé ohun tó wá gbàlámọ́ fún. Fúlàní pa wá wọ́n rẹ̀ wá àgàgà nínú gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì Yorùbá ó lẹ́nu. Òwe Yorùbá kan máa ló sọ pé àwọn kì í gbé ní líǹkùn ẹni orí ilẹ̀ bàbá wa Fúlàní àjẹ. Olóko máa kókó ẹ̀ lákìlẹ́yìn jẹ́ Fúlàní àkó máa lò.
Ta ló mọ̀ jó? Ó kù díẹ̀. A sì ní 4 minutes. Ta ló mọ̀ jó? Àwọn Fúlàní, àwọn ọ̀nà kí lásán ló ń dẹ́rù bá gbogbo wa. Wọ́n ti kidnap ẹ̀. Ó ṣì wà lára ta tí wọ́n sọ láàrẹ̀. Wọ́n ti kidnap àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá. Àwọn ọ̀nà kí lásán. Tó bá ń ká àwọn lórí burúkú politician wa. Mélòó gan ni Fúlàní? Ṣé kò tí ì tó gẹ́? Ṣé yàyàn ò tó gẹ́? Wọ́n ò ní jẹ́ aṣọwọ́pọ̀. Wọ́n fi fáwọn àjò ìṣẹ́yìn. Èpè la máa fún gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí a bá fi fáwọn ìrìnàjò ìṣẹ́yìn. Èpè lẹ́ máa gbà. Èpè lẹ́ máa gbà ẹ̀yin tí a bá fi fa iná ẹ̀ ti reflect síbẹ̀ yẹn o. Yorùbá nation ohun tó bá gbà la máa fún. Ọ̀yọ́ àwọn kò bẹ́tà bá. a máa gbé pàdé ara yín. àlùjọ ló ń jó lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. bẹ́ẹ̀ ni Ìgbòho owó baba dami kò jẹ́rìí Olùkọ̀yà fún rẹ̀ Ìgbòho òòṣà. mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin OPC, mo kí ẹ̀yin Àgbẹ̀kọ̀yà, mo kí àwọn Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn náà. ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ gba bọ̀dé, ẹni bá gbà bọ̀dé ní gbogbo yín pátápátá àwọn alálẹ̀ máa bá yín jà. bẹ́ẹ̀ ni owó baba dami Yorùbá nation owó baba dami yo. ó kù 2 minutes mo tẹ̀ tí wọ́n ṣọ́gan. owó baba dami ó tilẹ̀kùn mọ́rí ó tún bara rẹ̀ lẹ́rù o. Ìgbòho fún rẹ̀ akọni fún rẹ̀. àpá ìtí start platform kan àbójú mi lórí bẹ́ẹ̀ platform kan ìtí start o. ó ń bara rẹ̀ lẹ́rù ẹrù jẹjẹ. àpá ìtí bẹ̀rẹ̀ Koiki òdodo wa. gbẹgbẹgbẹgbẹgbẹ. ẹni ò mọ̀ ẹni ò mọ̀ ni ó bara rẹ̀ lẹ́rù ẹrù jẹjẹ. bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ta ló mọ̀ ọjọ́ ẹ̀yin ìyá mi ta wà ń bẹ̀ ìyá mi ẹ̀bùn ẹni lọ ló bọ̀ ó fojú mo kí ẹ ń bẹ̀ Ìgbòho òòṣà, mo kí ẹ mìà, mo kí ogbẹ́ni tẹ wà ní sókà àkúpalẹ̀ mọ́ July 4 ó kù jẹ́ Ìgbòho òòṣà.
kò ṣe forí sọ àpáta ńlá mọ̀ ní fíyàn lóhun níwèé kò lè ní tó kòrò fíyàn lè dúlé wájú ìgboro tó bá fojú ká kòrò kí a lóhun máa rọ. arókùn dáadé ní Sunday kòrò yóò kí wọ́n ògùn sí ijó kò ṣe forí sọ àpáta ńlá mọ̀ ní fíyàn lóhun níwèé kò lè ní tó kòrò fíyàn lè dúlé wájú ìgboro tó bá fojú ká kòrò kí a lóhun máa rọ. Àjẹbọ ṣe ń ṣe Sunday kòrò àlọ́bàlọ́ àbọ́lá àti bọ̀ dandan. Àwa ọmọ kárọ̀ ìdílé o ìfọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ sọ ohun mà ló yẹ wá. Gbogbo àwọn tó ń gbẹ́ ìbẹ̀bọ̀ jẹ́ ọmọ Adéyẹmọ àtàwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ̀kọ́ tí ní òun máa padà lẹ́yìn o. Àjẹbọ ṣe ń ṣe Sunday kòrò àlọ́bàlọ́ àbọ́lá àti bọ̀ dandan. Àwa ọmọ kárọ̀ ìdílé o ìfọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ sọ ohun mà ló yẹ wá. Gbogbo àwọn tó ń gbẹ́ ìbẹ̀bọ̀ jẹ́ ọmọ Adéyẹmọ àtàwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ̀kọ́ tí ní òun máa padà lẹ́yìn o. Ọlọ́run ló yan Sunday kòrò lórúkọ̀yà báwọn ọmọ Yorùbá àti báwọn alálẹ̀ kankan òsùn. Sunday Ìgbòho bá ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ tó fi yọwọ́ àbí táwọn alálẹ̀ bá kàdà bínú. Bí abẹ̀bẹ̀ la máa fẹ́nu fẹ́ra o, a ó jẹ́ ṣéde ní àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá. Ọlọ́run ló yan Sunday owó bàbá Ádámù lórúkọ ya fọmọ Yorùbá. Lórúkọ ya fọmọ Yorùbá. Lórúkọ ya fọmọ Yorùbá. Lórúkọ ya fọmọ Yorùbá o.
Ó kù díẹ̀ máa pe studio nísìn 11 ti lè. Mo fẹ́ rí yín lókè o. Ìgbòho òòṣà Olùkọ̀yà fọ Ìjayà Oòduà #1 Ìjayà federal government. Tó bá ń gbọ́ Ìgbòho báyìí àyà wọn máa ń já kìkìkì ni. Tó bá ń gbọ́ Nnamdi Kanu báyìí àyà wọn máa ń já ni. Wọ́n ní support ẹ̀. Wọ́n ní support ẹ̀. Gbogbo tó bá fẹ́ lẹ́ẹ̀ka máa fún. Ó ní sacrifice rẹ̀ fún wa. Kò jẹ́ kó máa lack anything. Kó tó béèrè lẹ́ẹ̀ka máa fún. Kó tó béèrè lẹ́ẹ̀ka máa fún Ìgbòho. Níbo ló ti fẹ́ ké? Ẹyẹ olófẹ́ ké.
jẹ́ ká sowọ́pọ̀ o ká jíjọ jìjà ń para o.
Wọ́n ní jẹ́ ká jọ sowọ́pọ̀.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká sowọ́pọ̀
Wọ́n náà kan ló mọ̀ ṣe àwọn kan ló mọ̀ ṣe. Á jókòó sínú yàrá o.
Ọlọ́run bá lè fún wa ṣe.
Ẹ bá láyà yẹn lọ sí Benin Republic. Ẹni bá láyà kó relocate lọ sí Benin. Ṣé àfẹ́lẹ́ sílẹ̀? Ẹni bá láyà kó lọ Benin Republic. Ẹ jókòó sínú yàrá o. Wọ́n ní gbòòwò mọ̀ ṣe. Wọ́n ní ọ̀nà kan ní kó gbà. Àfi ká máa ṣe analysis láti inú yàrá wa. Ẹ lọ sí Benin Republic, ẹ lọ jókòó tí wọn. Ẹ ra tíkẹ̀tì, ẹ lọ jókòó sí Benin. Wọ́n ní wọn mọ̀ ṣe. Ẹ̀rẹ́ ìtẹ́ mọ̀ ṣe. Ẹ̀rí fi tẹ́ gbé wa dé báyìí. Yẹ̀yẹ́ people. Èmi nìkan náà mo tó bẹ́ẹ̀. Mo rí ń jàre ìyá mi, Abíọ́dún Táíwò kò ní bàjẹ́ fún yín. Gbogbo ẹni tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ nílé, wọ́n take ẹrù pàwọn tó wà nílé ẹrù pé easy fún wọn ni. Tó ń ṣe wàhálà. Àwa diaspora kan náà fi fà wálẹ̀. Àbẹ́yẹn tẹ wà nílé kan náà fi fà wálẹ̀. A máa rán ògùn sí gbogbo yín ni. Ẹni ṣoríire gbogbo yín pátápátá. Ẹ já wọnú studio lọ́jà rẹ̀. A lọ bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ láàárọ̀ again. Ká tún lọ gbasi fún Buhari àti àwọn ìjọba wèrè. Ìjọba yamayama. Ìjọba wèrè. Ìjọba tó ti ba ayé jẹ́. Ìjọba tó ti ba ayé jẹ́. Èmi ló ń dúró dè. Á chì lẹ́rìn yẹn. Ṣé mo stáàtì ó náà pa stáàtì Koiki Odùduwà tẹ́lẹ̀ àbójú mi ló ń rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Mo bọ́ ẹyẹ ń lọ. Why am I running to different one? So that I can take one down. Wọ́n á pọ̀ Láyọ̀mí. Wọ́n á pẹ́ Koikimedia láti ìbẹ̀rẹ̀. I think I've got 2 accounts running at the same time. It makes sense. A lè yọ kan kúrò. Ìkan clear ẹ jẹ́ ń yọ ilé kúrò kó má confuse. Ẹ má bínú. Méjì ni. Ìkan wà live already. So kíní ni mo ní láti start. Àìtí start láti start Koikimedia Twitter. So kíní ni mo ti start. Màá lóyún yẹn pẹ̀lú fóònù mi ní ìgbà. Alright, ẹ jẹ́ ń wọlé lọ bá Archie sọ̀rọ̀. Àwọn tèmi ni ẹ. Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kí network yẹn kó hold láàárọ̀ yìí.
You listen to that program because it was more like on that industry, wherever you might be. It doesn't matter whether you are in the UK or Kazakhstan or where? Timbuktu. But it's all coming away from Starr Radio again. We're going to take a break. We're going to go into Misolani Koiki. So, and we want to say a massive good morning. Go. Okay, Yomi, I don't know what I did, but I don't seem to see you. I don't know what I've done. So I think I click on something and then I can't see you any longer. So can you let me see you, please? That's technology there, but it's all Starr Radio UK, your perfect African and Caribbean radio station in London, 5 minutes past 11. You know what you can do? Post your comments on our Facebook page, and as I said earlier, I'll make sure I read them all out. So now let's go to Mr. Olayomi Koiki, who have joined in this morning. And let me say, Yomi, good morning to you.
Well, it is a very beautiful morning to you back in the studio, Mr. Archie. Good morning to you, Frank. Good morning to all our presenters and all the technical team that are working behind the scene. Today is the 30th of June, 2022, 6 minutes past the hour, and it is good to be back again this morning on Starr Radio UK, the morning show.
How are you doing, sir?
Well, it's been, as usual, very good. I'm happy, which is the most important thing in the midst of a lot of chaotic things that is happening around the globe this morning. I'm doing very well. And like I said, as long as you're alive, you always say so. We can only do our best, in this world that we are living, depending on what part of the continent that you are, because a lot of people are facing different circumstances, but we are grateful to be back on the morning show this morning.
Yes, we are grateful to be back, as Yomi has said, so it is. So wherever you are, welcome to the show once again. Contact the DA, do me a massive favor, share the broadcast with your friends and loved ones, and invite them to like our pages as well. But let me go to Yomi. Now, yesterday, for the sake of, I tell people, those who miss out on those programs, I tell you that, guys, you are missing out big time. Yesterday, we had the privilege of having Bishop Adeshina.
Yes.
Yeah, Adeyemo Adeshina on the program. And then he was talking about the security, whether you have to protect yourself and all that stuff. And I was listening to it quietly. I'm like, wow. What do people have to do now? Because you look at the abductions and everything that seems to be going on, and people say it is about time that people do something. But for the sake of those who were not on yesterday, we want Yomi to quickly touch on what they spoke on or discussed yesterday. Over to you, Yomi.
Well, thank you so much. You're quite right. Yesterday was so powerful in the sense that a lot of things that I didn't even know, even with the fraudulent military decree 1999 Constitution, that you can still defend yourself. I didn't know that from the religious perspective, you can also defend yourself. I do know about the universal one from the United Nations chapter, that you have the right to defend yourself, should you have, a crisis of whether an attack, then you must have to defend yourself. So it was, so yesterday was again another, powerful presentation on what we call Niger Voices, that comes up every Wednesday from 6 p.m. till about 8:30 p.m., where we reviews and focus on issues affecting Nigeria and also affecting the indigenous people of Nigeria, because Nigeria, as we know, was a creation in 1914 by the British government. But what we do know is there's a lot of issues that is currently on the table, in different circumstances. So yesterday, Bishop Adeshino was able to analyze that. For those that were watching, and at some point, it went extremely dark from his location in Nigeria. This is what we call the power surge in Nigeria. And that is why so many Nigerians for the last 60 years or 62 years have been wondering how come we could not turn on the power for 24 hours. So we literally had to manage the last 1.5 hours with him, because it was completely pitch dark. But it was well educated, it was well informative, and I believe that a lot of people that missed that program can go back on the Starr Radio UK social media, Twitter, and also YouTube, Facebook, and on our apps, which is the best way to listen to us. And you can be able to listen back and then take note, so that you do not become a victim of the Fulani terrorists. I will be discussing a little bit further on the visit of the UK parliamentary group to Nigeria some few weeks ago. We missed that, but I was able to read and watch that video yesterday. They visited Benue State. It's a 60-minute clip. We won't play everything. I've listened to it. I will summarize it, but we will use part of that during this program. What is the reason for the UK parliamentary group visiting Nigeria at this particular time is something to look into.
Well, listeners, interesting. I think it will be good that we just touch on that. We go straight to that bit before we come to some other stories. What we live here, and we know that before these people, when I say these people, I'm talking about the United Kingdom or officials of this particular country will move to Africa or visit African country or anything of the sort. They have a permanent interest, and that is why it went to that place. So why did they go there? As you said, you tried to play a bit of the video or audio, which it will be the audio bit. But why did they visit Nigeria?
Well, let's hear the reason for that. Again, the UK parliamentary group visit Nigeria on what we can call fact-finding mission.
Christian brothers in the Lord. We might be different people, but we're the same under the Lord, and that's a really important to remember that as well. And we are very pleased and very proud of our relationship between the United Kingdom and Nigeria, and how much we value that, Your Excellency, and we really do, and that's why we're here as a delegation as well, so we can promote those good things that bring us together, the cultural things that bring us together, the historical things that bring us together, the economic things that bring us together, the religious views that bring us together. But we as an APPG are here to learn more and to help you.
So now, the Benue State governor was able to give a background. I'm going to summarize what he said, and then we're going to move forward and listen to the other part of what was conversation by this UK parliamentary group. The Benue State governor says, and I quote, that in the government already, the military is been compromised by the Boko Haram. In the same government, there's Boko Haram. In this government, those that are terrorizing Nigerians are the Fulani and they are fighting for one cause only, to take the land, that belongs to the indigenous people. He was asked if there's what could be the strategy, to resolve these issues. Let's hear what he has to say.
Those things are on my table. A lot of our people. So, whatever you can do, whatever you can say, prevail on the federal government to respect its constitution.
He's talking about the constitution now.
And anarchy and lawlessness. Because if all of us decide to take weapons and begin to kill in the name of religion, in the name of we don't want this ethnic group to be here, and then there will be problems. We have tried as to maintain peace and to respect the laws of the land. I have resisted the temptation of forming a militia to arm them with the same kind of weapons that these people come to kill. Those things are on my table. A lot of our people have advised me that, look, let us also be lawless. But I said, two wrongs cannot make a right. But I think we're getting to that level. Because our people say that the goat doesn't bite. But when you push it to the wall, it will use its teeth to scratch on you. So that is the point. So I think what you can do for us, to find a way of presenting and pushing the federal government to respect the laws of the land and respect everybody. Give people equal opportunities, not siding people that are terrorizing us.
So though their international works in 4 IDP camps in Benue, we're trying to take a holistic...
The person speaking now is Rachel Minor, the CEO of Belka International. Let's hear what she has to say, then I'm going to come back straight to you in the studio.
Approach to rebuild the economy, to work with children and families, to implement literacy programs. We run a football program, and we're addressing mental health issues that many families are facing after being displaced and experiencing trauma. As you've mentioned, this is a very complex issue, and Nigeria has been divided in many ways. So our goal is to unite people, to cooperate.
Okay, I want you to take note of that word. Nigeria has been divided, so much, but their goal is to unite Nigeria.
And to cooperate with civil society. And instead of dividing Nigeria again and again and again, let's bring people together over a cause of peace.
Okay, instead of dividing Nigeria again and again, we can bring people together in peaceful way.
And let's acknowledge that there are more good people in this country that have the power and the means to bring change than there are people who are trying to divide and bring evil.
I think that
okay, the person speaking now will be the last speaker.
Not just in the UK, but I think across Africa and certainly here in Nigeria, there is ample evidence that the situation is getting worse.
Okay, ample evidence, and this is the speaker speaking right now is Brendan O'Hare, the Scottish National Party spokesman.
The situation that is facing religious minorities, religious communities across Nigeria is reaching a crisis point. And so we're here today as part of a UK parliamentary delegation to try and understand where that situation is right now, to try and speak to as many religious leaders, civic society leaders, and IDPs who've been to IDP camps and spoken to people about their own personal experience. And it's a bleak picture. It's a deeply, deeply worrying picture. And I think when we go back to the UK, the message that we will take back is that the situation in Nigeria is not getting any better. Indeed, it's getting worse.
So I'm going to leave that and then come back. So you've been able to pick up all the points from this visit. I mean, we missed that until I was able to pick on that yesterday. But the visit was around June 3rd, and you could see it is a real fact-finding mission.
Interesting. It's quite an interesting visit or fact-finding mission that they've taken, and they think that dividing the country is not, or dividing people is not the way forward. They think that we can peacefully. But the governor who was speaking, what was his name?
That's the governor of Benue State, Governor Otom, has been a very, very big critic of this particular government. He even said, that in 2016 he warned on Nigerians of these kind of atrocity. When you look at Benue State, geographical, in the location where it is, we always hear that Benue State is meant to be the food basket of Nigeria. When you look at those big yams, I know most of the yams are coming route through Ghana into UK, but most time these yams are also coming in from Nigeria straight to Ghana, and the exportation reason is why people take it to Ghana before bringing it here because of the bureaucracy. Remember, we spoke to Captain John some few years back, when we had an interview with him in his office. So there's a lot of bureaucracy when it comes to export of farm produce into UK. So what Benue State governor says is there is this hidden agenda by the Fulanis to take over the land.
It's interesting. He did say something. He said, well, when a goat is pushed, the goat is one of the peaceful animals. They don't have teeth to bite. But he said, get to a point that when the goat is pushed into the corner, it use its teeth to scratch you. That means in defense of itself. Now, so does it come in line or line together with what Bishop Adesina said yesterday?
Well, it's quite in it, because what Bishop Adesina was saying is that we cannot sit back and allow terrorists. We were able to play a video clip where in Texas, a gunman came into the church, opened fire, and right inside the church, somebody else opened the fire, back to the gunman. And if I take you back to one of the headlines that I've got in front of me, negotiator says one of the adopted train passenger have now been shot dead. I'm talking about the train incident that occurred in March 28, which is almost a month of almost going to 2 months now. 50 out of those on that passenger train are still being held by the terrorists somewhere in Nigeria, not even outside Nigeria. But what we can say is Tuka Mamu, a media consultant to the controversial Islamic cleric Sheikh Ahmed Gumi, has disclosed that Mohammed Alimi was one of the remaining 50 adopted Abuja Kaduna train passenger, has now been shot dead by the terrorists. Again, maybe if we had enough people to defend themselves when they came on that train, maybe it could have been a different story. But a lot of people believe that the government has the big responsibility to protect lives and property, but Benue State governor is now saying that they will have no other option. It's already on his table to arm some of their citizens to fight back to defend the land.
But that is a problem there. I agree that we should get them, or fight this group. But once they do that, are we not going to be seeing like serious conflict going on? Because you know that he stands against the federal government, that the federal government is failed the people of Nigeria and not seeing to the security thing for them. But if you say that, like we're talking about American, where you were talking about the fact that they are not armed, okay? So how do they even protect themselves? How do they even protect the part of the geographical location of Nigeria where they are at the moment? How would that be done?
Well, what the government have done is that the government have been able to, take, the weapons back from the citizens. I mean, we still have those that have, licensed, weapon, but most times, even those that we know, like the Amotek, there's not kind of an approval yet from the federal government to allow them to carry. We're not talking about, these, farmers' weapon. We're talking about sophisticated weapon, to be able to attack back, and well trained, for this kind of, weapon, because they could be very powerful and they could create a lot of damage. But what we are saying is, from evidence based, most people that get kidnapped, they come back and say, most time the people that are, that have kidnapped them have what they call, most Nigerians call it English. That means, the weapon in their hand is English. When I listened to that 16-minute yesterday, which we analyzed, up to 3 o'clock in the morning before I slept yesterday, even after the late night, Niger Voices, Governor Alton made it known that it's not just about AK-47 that they have other more sophisticated weapon, to create a lot of damage. We're talking about RPGs already in their hands. They also have, AK-49. and they have some bombs that they have. Remember that if they've attacked most barracks and they've been able to cutter away, most of these armories that have been in the government, institution. Remember, even the Nigerian Academy Force was also attacked. So what they've done is they've been able to attack, pick up some of the armories, and most times the money that they've been able to collect from the ransom have been used to reinforce again.
Well, listeners, Nigeria never happened to you. Okay? Now, let me say good morning to Anthony and Adedeji. Anthony, I hope you are doing very, very well. And I hope that the U.S. is cool this morning, right? Okay, then. It's updates from Nigeria with Mr. Olayomi Koiki. And let's quickly go to Atiku. Atiku can't be president. Now, we know that the story has been that, or the whole thing has been that the presidency was in the north, came to the south, I was in the south, went to the north, came to the south, and now they say that it has to come back to the south again. But Atiku is from the north. He didn't get a good running mate from the south. Let's say somebody from the Biafran area, let's call it the east, the southeast. Maybe that will appease people, and they will vote. And then by the time we open our blink, we see Atiku as the next president. Preferably better than what is the name of this the APC presidential aspirant?
Tinubu.
Yeah, he might be better than Tinubu, right?
Well, let's first, find out where, since these are public figures, people tend to want to know where they are at a particular point. And I'll be able to tell you where Atiku is, currently as we speak right now. Atiku is in Dubai. You might be asking, what is he doing in Dubai? He lives most of his life in Dubai, as we know, and is currently on a medical or maybe on holiday, or maybe taking the time to reflect how he's going to strategize. Let me see if we can, the engineer can give us, a back picture of Atiku this morning, having a great time, like I said, in Dubai, where he is currently at. So that is right there behind you. The incoming presidential candidate for PDP, Atiku Abubakar, having a very great time. But the question you asked is got to do with, and we're going to allow the engineer to leave that for now while we talk about him. It's coming from one of the former governor as well of Ekiti State, Fayose. Fayose is not a member of the APC. He is a member of the PDP. But what he's now saying is Atiku can't be president. It is the South turn. So what he's actually saying is it is the Yoruba turn, or maybe those in the South. But the Igbo are saying that when it is the South turn, when you look at the rotational government has been put in place, it should be coming to the Southeast, not the Southwest. So there's also an argument there. Mr. Fayose stressed that the Constitution guiding the PDP provides for rotational presidency. The former Ekiti State Governor, Ayodele Fayose, has said Atiku Abubakar, the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, cannot be Nigerian president in 2023 as it is the turn of the southern region. So you can already see this tone of whether, the Southwest, the Southeast, or the North, should become, the next president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He will not be able to make that decision. That decision will be from Nigerians. And again, that decision is also from the indigenous people that have looked at the whole structure and say, we are better off to stay on our own, because it seems already Southeast is for Peter Obi, North is for Atiku, the Southwest is for Tinubu. So already there will be division of vote as we go into 2023. That's again, if 2023 we hold from the intelligence that we have already.
Interesting. That will be quite interesting. We have the Northern State, Atiku there, and then we have Tinubu in the Southwest, and then we have Peter Obi. Then we have divided the country, right? But I'm looking at the goodwill that the current president, Buhari had before coming in, and the fact that he promised that he was going to get rid of the what do you call them, Boko Haram, and all those people was going to crack down on them. And so that was promise and the goodwill that he wrought on when he came into power. Lost that. So the party, the APC itself, is now seen as a promise and failed, whether it's Tinubu who is going to lead it or something. So maybe the PDP, who were in power, Jonathan, leading it, and then he was trying to do something about it until Buhari tried to push him out, telling foreign help that, no, don't come in, just leave us so that we can then, and which brought him into power. Do you think that it's going to now, looking at what this gentleman has said pertaining to Atiku, maybe the goodwill is now with the PDP, and therefore people will want to say, let's go to Atiku and let's see what he can do for us. I mean, forgetting at the fact that whether it's from the north or from the south. What do you think?
Well, you're quite right. But before that, a break just coming from Nigeria, just as we speak right now. Terrorists have killed 6 soldiers, 7 cops have kidnapped some Chinese nationals. That is just breaking as we speak right now. Somewhere around Niger in Minna. As we speak right now. So let me come back, to the question you asked. I mean, yes, the argument is, the PDP were there for 16 years until, people were stressed and tired of the PDP for not fulfilling the promise, while they were in power. So they thought, let's give change. And APC came in 2015. And it took 6 months before, Buhari could set up his government. And right there was a signal from a lot of people that, will there be a government, for the next 4 years? There was a government, but there was a shred of economy. People were struggling, financially, and we were paying more back in debt than putting back into the economy. But because people also expected that, Buhari, as a former military dictator, in the 80s, will come in and use his experience, to wipe off, these terrorists that we've just talked about as we speak right now. But unfortunately, that did not happen. And that also means, people expectation was there will be change of power back in as we were going into the 2019 election. But, they changed it from change to the next level. And the next level is where we are at the moment. So somebody like Tinubu at the moment will have to, be able to sell to Nigerians, apart from saying, oh, it is the Yoruba that, is the Southwest. It would have to sell to Nigerians why people should go back again to vote for a failure like like this APC government, failure in economy, failure in the security, failure in the welfare of Nigerians, and failure in the stigmatization of Nigerians outside the country. When you go and look at the video that we discussed in Morocco, we have a lot of Nigerians that are there. You would expect that the kind of relationship that Nigeria have with Morocco, which was the kind of fertilizer deal and so many other deals, even if people have migrated out of the country, they should be respected according to the human right. So this pressure will be on the APC as they are going to sell their candidate. Apart from the fact that, it looks already that almost all these candidates are looking for their one certificate or the other, just as Buhari was looking for his own certificate, when he was coming in. So again, like we said, we will continue to monitor that, while also the indigenous people, both from the Biafra and the Yorubas, are saying we've had enough of this unity that was enforced on us, by the British government. The time is now up for what they can call reclaim back our own nation.
11:30 the time, Starr in the UK. The morning show updates from Nigeria with this online. Now, before we run up that conversation there, now just forgetting about the session that is going on at the moment, so that the south and the southeast and the southwest, forgetting about them, looking at the three presidential candidates, let's put it that way, Atiku,
Tinubu, Peter Obi.
And so now, who do you think is in good position or is favorable to win this? Forget about whatever divisions that is there. Who do you think?
It is. I've been following the trend. When you look at the current situation, there's more favorability to Peter Obi, and the reason is that more Nigerians are probably becoming more tired of these political party. But the question is, would an election that will hold favor Peter Obi without being rigged. Remember that any party, that is in power has the opportunity to rig the election, one way or the other. And we do have evidence of that, when we traveled to Nigeria in 2019, because, the APC did not allow people to vote in the southwest in Lagos, where, people from the PDP were forced. It was a big, fight that I witnessed. Then again, should more Nigerians, vote Peter Obi? Would that now be the bloodshed that we are thinking might occur? Because remember that even Buhari says during one of his failing to become the president that if he lost, baboons would cry and all sort of things would happen. But Jonathan decided that for baboons not to cry, I will probably go. Jonathan could have switch and swing that election, but the crisis that we are facing right now, evidence says it was prepared should Jonathan not let the power go.
Wow, quite interesting. Well, let us see your comments if you have any, and we will be reading that. But let me check whether the YouTube, whether we've got any comments from there as well. Okay, Adesina Adeyemo. Oh, okay, Bishop. Welcome, and thank you very much. Prince Abimbola Osude said, good morning to you, White Lion, and Mr. Yoruba Nation. Now. I told you, you have to make me sit down. Don't forget about me once you go to your kingdom. All right, then. It is Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let's go to Yomi for some of the other stories.
Well, let's say a very good morning to one of our, media guru and a, hardworking, also has some we've met so many times in Nigeria. I'm talking about Angela. Thank you for watching all the way from the state. Let's go straight to some of the headlines. Rivers, gunmen ambush, kill cops, police launch man on. That's coming from the headline. The news that I thought it was happening today, I've looked at it a little further. It actually happened yesterday. I'm talking about the terrorists have attacked a mining site in Niger State, reportedly killed a security agent, civilians, have kidnapped 3 Chinese nationals. The attack was to have occurred Wednesday afternoon in Ajata Aboki Gumana ward of Shiroro local government area of Niger State. These are hot point area when it comes to terrorist activities. The co-convener concerned Shiroro youth of Niger State, Sani Koki, confirmed the incident, this today. Like I always say, there's a delay when it comes to news out of Nigeria, and it's for so many reasons. There's probably no internet access, so the message has to travel back to the urban area, and then it becomes a news within the local area before it filters back to the internet. I mean, if this has occurred in a civilized society, it will have been all flash news yesterday. He said the terrorists attacked the mining site, opened fire on the workers and security operatives. He also stated the terrorists kidnapped yet to be identified number of people, including 2 Chinese expatriates. So that is about that. Let's go straight to more other headline coming out of Nigeria at exactly 11:35 this morning. Running mate Wike Okowa camps clash as threatens Atiku. Well, I'm not sure whether Atiku is concerned at the moment, because like we showed you earlier, which the engineer will just show us one more time, Atiku is having a very beautiful time strategizing and preparing right there in Dubai, where this picture have just circulated on the social media. Let's take a look at some of the more other headlines. Kaduna wins NNPC quiz competition in the Northwest. And likewise, gunmen attack Enugu police checkpoint and 2 people are feared dead. Redeem schools respond to my son's death. Wicked incentive. Easy. Mother of the drowned nursery school. What a very sad story. Let's take a look into that. How has life been treating you, a mother, after your son's awful death? This is a question that was put. Changed dramatically. It has made me realize that 5 years I spent with my son were the happiest years of our lives. It does not feel real, but it is real nonetheless. I have been struggling, but I just feel I need to stay alive because I still exist. In my head, there are far too many unanswered questions. Chidera, was my first son. What a very sad news there. So we pray for the family and comfort them as well. You know, a lot of people died in Nigeria for the negligence again of rules and regulation, you know, and health reasons as well. So let me take this one. Again, billions and billions and billions. When you hear this money, the question is it the goat, the yam, or the animals that are swallowing, golfing this money? Over $10 billion stolen by NNPC and others in what we know as the fuel subsidy scam. Ogun expressed worry that the consumption rate of petrol was 40 to 45 million liters per day. But the House of Representatives has alleged that more than $10 billion worth of the nation's crude oil has been stolen by fraudulent fuel subsidies claims by the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, known as the NNPC, and other industry stakeholders. The Parliament has therefore constituted an ad hoc committee to investigate the petroleum product subsidy regime between 2017, which is this same government, and up to 2021 by the NNPC. This followed the adoption of a motion by Segios Ogun, the PDP Edo, on the floor of the House in Abuja yesterday. What a staggering amount of money that could have turned life around for millions of Nigerians. Let me come back again to you first in the studio, and then when we come back, we go on the social media, what is trending, because it seems one of the most favorable actor and a singer seems to be calling off their marriage. We will give you more details about that.
Well, listen, let's Mr. Live have this from Nigeria. I'm actually some of the other stories speaking around there. Now, when you did touch on the this inquiry about this 10 billion that is said to have vanished, if you think wherever it went, how it's been nicked, call it, to fuel subsidies that they're talking about. Has there been any inquiry of the sort before, and what has been the result of that inquiry? So a body is set up, if they've done some in the past. What was the outcome? Was anybody in prison? Was anybody, sectioned? What happened to them?
Well, NNPC inquiries, always been something that has been on the table, for a very long time. When it comes to, the corruption in that particular, sector, inquiries, corruption, investigation. Let me take you back to September last year. Investigation, NNPC procurement. 2 highest bidder in the slop oil sales are same people. That's one of the headline last year. Let's go back to, October last year. NNPC right, Primog refutes report of proclaiming fraud. Nigeria to probe NNPC corruption allegation, in the upstream oil. So that particular sector has been one of the most, important sector in Nigeria that could have made life easy for Nigerians. But in the other way around, it has become one of the most poorest transparency, and the corruption continue to go on and on. Let me take you back to this headline, 2019, 14th of May. Corruption will recover $1.6 billion from companies, the NNPC. Nigerian fuel subsidy scheme hit by corruption. This was in 2012. Before this government. So it has been one inquiry to one inquiry, but it doesn't look, and this was when Jonathan was in power. I'm talking about in 2012. Nigeria fuel subsidy scheme hit by corruption. Under practice drained $6.8 billion from the country coffer over 3 years, says again the same parliamentary, and the corruption in Nigeria state run fuel subsidy scheme has drained $6.8 billion from the country's coffer over a 3-year period. A parliamentary report said on Thursday. A 200-page inquiry, which is what you just talked about, under and practice fueled a 6-fold increase in spending on the oil handout between 2009 and 2011 when the PDP were in power. Fuel subsidy, part of a decade-old program meant to keep fuel price low for millions of ordinary Nigerians, jumped from 2 to 587 trillion naira to 384 billion in that period. So again, there will just be inquiries and nothing is going to happen.
Well, inquiries to what? But You know, interestingly, the president, before you come to the social media, the president has said that, well, despite the corruption allegations being labeled against the former CGN, he still wanted him to be there. He didn't want him resigning at all. So we're looking at corruption that has gone on here. It looks like, well, let it go on. It's my own people. Let it done. And they are going on. What is all that about?
Well, like I always say, there is corruption, not just, now the corruption has been, since 1960 when, the whole country was put together because, it was together on a fraudulent, amalgamation. So there's always been the tendency that all this is going to happen. But yes, it seems, Buhari that has hold on to the, the NNPC as the, the minister in charge, and then you wonder how all these corruptions or this allegation continue under his table. But as a lot of us believe, he's not fit, to be, able to know what is going on, because the wife told us that the cabal has actually taken control of his wife, of the husband government. So it seems, we have a government, especially the president, probably maybe spend more time sleeping than going to find out what is actually happening in the country today.
Well, is the president sleeping, or is he going about the duties and some cabals holding him? Well. It is all coming away from Starr Radio UK. 11:43 at the time. We go back to Yomi for what is happening on the social media platform. Over to you, sir.
Well, I woke up this morning to find out, why Akindele Funke, as is known, is trending at about 11,000 tweets. A very popular actress, for those that, know who she is. But she also married to a very popular singer that was based here in UK, before moving back to Nigeria. So the breaking is JJC announced separation from Funke Akindele after 6 years of their marriage. The rapper Abdulrasheed Bello, popularly known as JJC Skills, has announced the separation from his wife and actress Funke Akindele. JJC, it looks like we now have a new means of where people can just, dissolve or, unite or whatever you might think of, because even, one of the wife of the our king went on the Instagram and dissolved the marriage. And it was a kind of a bit of a, conversation when we saw that on Instagram. It looks like that is where JJC is making this announcement this morning. JJC announced via his official Instagram handle Thursday morning, stating that his marriage with Akindele had issues for the last 2 years. He stated that he had to move out of their home 3 months ago after Akindele insisted he did, and had not been able to have a sit down with her since the Africa Magic Viewers Choice Award of May 14. He wrote, "Dear friends and family, I need to let you know that Funke and I have now separated. While it lasted, we share a lot of things together and created 2 beautiful children, and we hope the children will be taken care of." So it looks like Instagram has become a very powerful tool should you want to dissolve your marriage, or maybe you want to marry. I'm not sure why there's another one trending. Shola is trending. There's quite a lot of reason why it could be trending, but let me just go straight to other news that is trending when it comes to Nigeria. Let's take a look at what Simon Ekpa says. Okonjo Iweala's sons, Uzodinma, suggest Nigeria dissolutions month to 2023 election. He didn't only suggest, but he understands that dissolution is the only solution. And that was the headline some few days ago. Okonjo Iweala's son, Uzodinma, suggests Nigeria dissolution month to 2023 election. So let's take a look at more other headline that is coming from this particular one. Those that are in support of Peter Obi, somebody like Neferati as first leadership. Peter Obi is a nationalist and a unifier. He's the real deal. You hardly see Obi address Nigerians in Igbo. He always talk about unity and moving Nigerians from consumption to production. Obi will develop the North, the South equally and defeat poverty for good. Well, how he's going to do that, I'm sure a lot of Nigerians will be looking into that. So let's look at what other things are trending when it comes from the other views of the self-determination. Just as we spoke earlier, Ilana Omo Odua worldwide, no individual can fix Nigeria's problem. Break up the only solution, Okonjo Iweala's son. So that is coming on their Twitter handle. Also, may you be scattered and never recover. Atiku should go and visit Wike to heal the divisions in PDP. Samuel Autumn. Benue State Governor advising the hierarchy of the PDP to seek ways to reconcile with Rivers Governor Nelson Wike to heal the wounds inflicted by the recent. But according to Ilana Modua, may you be scattered and never recover is the headline. And the last one from them, Nigeria has enveloped everyone. Life expectancy of 39 years old living in Nigeria today will reduce the lifespan for a minimum of 10 years. And as we know here in the UK, even if you're 90, we are trying to make sure you do not go as quickly as they might want to go in Nigeria.
Well, and I would say that in Nigeria never happened to you. So your life expectancy, you can go on and on and on until you say, God, I'm tired, take me home. What about that? It's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. I know that we've spent a lot of time on the updates. But thank you very much, each and every one of you who have joined us, listening to us on the various platforms. Let me go straight to the YouTube, a couple of comments there. Michael Ade. Michael says, hello, Archie and Koiki. I greet you guys. We greet you. Michael, I hope you are doing very, very good. I mean, Nigeria never happened to you. Yes? Okay, good. Yes, Yummy, before we go.
Well, let's take a couple of them from here before we go. Good morning, Aziz in California. Olatunja Ofeso says, probing the NNPC in Nigeria, nothing will come out of it. And also, James Ojara says, good morning. Mrs. Ebon. Enilolobo says, social media is now advertising place to dissolve and resolve marriages. So we hope we can be able to dissolve Nigeria on the social media as is already ongoing from the Yoruba self-determination.
That would be interesting, you know. You just wake up one morning and I tell you that there's no more Nigeria and other Yoruba nation. I bet. Okay, Yummy. Have a lovely day.
Don't touch it out. Keep it with Archie and the rest of the team. But for me, I'll be back again same time tomorrow. Have a very good morning, good afternoon from wherever you're watching. And maybe you wake up one day and the news of the dissolution will be all over the world. But Starr Radio UK will be here to continue to give you all the news and the headline. Once again, thank you so much and bye for now.
Well, it's been a pleasure coming your way. Yes, sir. We got about another...
Bye, let's
Thank you so much. Okay. Bye. Well, listeners, it's been a pleasure coming your way. Yes, sir. We got about another 30 minutes going.
Ṣé wà pa? Ṣé awíire àbá àwíire ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi? Pé wàhálà ni Koikimedia. Fún wọn ní wàhálà ni. Èmi náà ní fún wọn. Báwọn ṣe fún yín ní ìsinmi nílé, èmi náà ní jẹ́ kẹ́ wọ́n ní ìsinmi níbí báyìí. Èyẹ má wọrí. Bọ́ọ̀ ṣe fún yín ní ìsinmi nílé. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin Nigerians tí gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ò fún nísìnyí máa bá tí wọ́n ṣe báyìí lórí mídíà gbogbo tẹ́yìn ò lè sọ ẹ bá wọ̀rẹ́ bàbá báyìí sọ kò sí bọ́ ṣe lè wá kidnap èmi níbí báyìí ìyá mi ẹni lọ ló bọ̀ àbí ṣé máa lè kidnap mi ṣá ẹ jẹ́ n tán kámẹ́rà yẹn ẹ wo ìgbà tó ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ corruption NNPC ìlú yẹn is gone down ìyá mi Elena kò ní bàjẹ́ fún yín a máa ṣe anniversary àbúrò wa tó pa àbúrò wa dáadáa Arótilẹ̀ mo gbọ́dọ̀ gbàgbé orúkọ ẹ̀ because Arótilẹ̀ ló jẹ́ kí n spirit Arótilẹ̀ ló connect mi àti Ìgbòho together spirit mi àti Arótilẹ̀ ìyá mi Ọlájùmọ̀kẹ́ ẹ káàárọ̀ ìyá tó dáa kò ní bàjẹ́ fún yín ẹ̀rọ àtìkù tó ń jayé ní Dubai so 1 year ìyá mi Adéníkẹ́ Òfì thank you so much Andy Andun ẹ ṣé gan ni ìyàkọ́ ní Nigeria is finished tipẹ́tipẹ́ ni ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ mọ́ ni Nigeria is gone ẹ jẹ́ n pa laptop kó má máa hit àwọn phones mi ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi Nigeria ò gbádùn mọ́ mo ṣeré àgbákò chaso ló mọ nílùú yẹn ẹ wo gbogbo. Good morning, Angela. I don't know whether Angela is still with us. If you're still there, how you doing, my sister? If you want to know everything about health, you go and listen to Angela. Angela and myself met in Nigeria, how many years ago now? Almost some 5 years ago. Myself and Angela. Imagine 2012, you know, they're talking about the same corruption of NNPC. They don't chop Nigeria by jet. All this in our politician. They don't chop Nigeria. So when you see their children, I don't want to mention names, but you know, when I talk, you will know the people I'm talking about. You know, they buy big cars. They're on Instagram. Nigeria ti lọ tipẹ́tipẹ́. Look at that headline. But I'm sort of NNPC. I just Googled it, and 2012, $6-point-something billion. So when you see them, they donate petty money for una, give. And what they do is, again, I'm not going to mention names. These big ones, they will fund people that have NGOs. It doesn't cost the money we get for crude oil, and a big money. Good afternoon, Mr. Joshua. The money we day inside crude oil. Yeah, Tolulokpa wrote there will be 1 year anniversary for her as well. They're working on it, and I've been informed. And you know, definitely Koikimedia will be there to give our support. Because I was crying the day, you know, I went to the Nigerian embassy after Tolulokpa died. Seriously. So imagine the amount of money that they've stolen on that NNPC. So when they give you rice through people that are cooking rice every day, cooking rice, cooking boli, it's about that money. Yeah, somebody said I'm still saddened about the way the young lady was killed. They killed her. The Fulani government killed her. Okpani. Because of her skills. Imagine that kind of skills if we still have her in Yoruba nation. First helicopter combat pilot. Do you understand what that means? First helicopter combat pilot in the whole history of the Nigerian Navy. Air Force now, Air Force Navy Air Force. First ever. Okpadan. And you think they cannot take anybody out? If they can kill the person where they train like that, what about you where they never train? You where they look me, they never train you. They talk, say they go fix Nigeria, go collect PVC. You think the PVC will solve this problem with the ground? It's too late for Nigeria to be fixed. Maybe 20 years ago, when we were going in, if they've done it fully well in that 1999, as we were going in, it was a brand new constitution. It will be difficult for me and others to be coming to you to sell Yoruba nation. If they don't do the right thing, like make we be the one we create that constitution as we go into 1999, you know, democracy. If it's difficult now to come sell Yoruba nation to a lot of you, I beg me. Now your son room at deal. He don't go out. I remember when I used to read Macbeth, English literature. All days now, it's all fraud. English. Learn English. Yeah, Air Force. Yeah, thank you. Go and learn English. The English way we learn now. And nobody is illiterate. Hey, you are illiterate. What do you mean somebody is illiterate because they say English? He wasn't going to illiterate. And people still think that they will fix Nigeria. I don't know how you now want fix them. Country will not support you. Country will not help you. Country will they backwards. Country will not unite. We are all not unite. Yeah? So how you can't say may we be inside same country together where we no unite? Country we don't drag us back. Like say we still there, you know, that era of, even the era of the Yoruba Nation Kingdom is still better than what we are facing now, because we had a system from what we are told according to history, where our women are respected How many women will they respect now for Nigeria? Answer me now. How many women will they respect for inside Nigeria where you are day to day? How many women they respect? And your obìnrin mélòó ló respect money. They don't value the women. We have seen our women as a sexual something rather than seeing them as people that can give back to the community. That's what Nigerians have looked at our women. Nigeria is looking at our women as a sexual, image. Young girls will graduate from university. I was on the train yesterday. We're in summertime here in UK, and you see all kind of mode of dressings, but you can see it and then you just take your eyes off it. But in Nigeria, they want to see it and make sure they go after it. And the women don't have choice when they are hungry. Some of them, is the same problem of Nigeria. The husband or the boyfriend have given her one baby before. When people are calling, that's when this one, I'm not taking calls because I'm going to wind down. So a single mother in Nigeria now, don't you know it's a big problem? Breaking news, Ike Kirimado released on bail. Okay. Very good for him. So, I have a family friend. Our women, she's got a child. And do you know that nobody wants to rent a house to her? I can't understand that. Inside Lagos. She fault ni pé ó di single mother. Single mother máa ń gbádùn ní UK o. You be single for the choice of not that old. Sometimes you could, if the husband won't kill you, you go walk out of the marriage before he kills you. We have them here, and your life moves on. Ṣé mo kó wọ̀ fi rent ilé fún woman yẹn? Only because ó lọ́mọ kan. And then so what? If it was a system that is working, all she has to do is just go to the system, go to a local government, explain her situation. They put her on database. They put her on what they call emergency accommodation to start with. I don't know, Sherry, a lot of you don't understand that. I want to continue showing Nigeria is 60 years behind. That means we have a lot of work to do. So yesterday, my wife was asking me, which one should we choose so that we can email to them? Do you understand what that means? So all these things that you are saying that I show on our platform, ask yourself, ask yourself that question. Imagine a presidential candidate go on Dubai, take picture, having breakfast, and then put it on social media. And to people, it's normal. And over the president. So you come along see village, come along Kamu, come along see resort one ni different part. Only lost anywhere in Igbo land. Igbo security. I call one ibe. And this a day Igbo land make una vote from you is in Dubai. I'm talking about Tiku. Tinubu day for France. They have the money to move with their private jet. And the Luton line, those countries where they go, banking system is not working. But if it could work. One more. Is it, Sherry, not making your life and my life better in Nigeria? It's a deliberate act. Deliberate act. One more. It's a deliberate act. So, we want you to see, this is my son's room. I showed you before, I can show you. He doesn't even have, apart from that picture, but anyway. This is my son's bedroom. My son, this is his bedroom. It's a single bed. I mean, it has it. They must make sure that there's a window so that it can get he has his television here, he has his PlayStation, he has all his football, blah blah blah. This is his school uniform, as you can see right there. I show you all these things because I want you to understand that we have been taken back. Thank you so much, Kingsley, for 60 years. Sorry, let me take this back. This is a school uniform, right? I remember when I used to do America Grammar School. I want to know white Laman, white and gray, right? And this is just normal family life. I mean, not that we have money. Some people think maybe because I be on social media like this, I get one boku money. Hey, I need 1,000. My wife. I understand your pain. I get this message every day. I don't have to give you. The only thing I can give is for us to break the fucking shit old country off. Break it up now so that our life can be better. So that we don't become beggars on social media before we survive. Not that we don't have the money. We have, yeah, it's an evil government. And to make life better for everybody. But they've kept the money. And the same money now they pump out. Do you know how much they will spend for campaign of an election that is not going to happen? Because we will not allow election to hold. Don't ask me how. Election is not going to hold in 2023. We will do everything possibly best to make sure election does not hold. Don't ask me how. You leave that. I know some will say, but you allow a governorship election to. Don't worry about that. FA money, and you don't need to know that. And everybody will do their own role and play my role. I don't care what anybody say that, it is my own platform. I say what I want to say here. Nobody's controlling me here. We will do whatever it takes. But in I need to sign on social media. We will not allow election to, not in the northeast, but in our own territory, election is not going to hold. We will make sure it doesn't hold. We will continue to educate you, talk to you, and tell you that this room is a 15-year-old boy. You can see it. You can see his bed, on the heater. That's his flags. That's a 15-year-old boy room. Almost 15 years old. Shit old country. Your life is miserable because the government have done it like that. How can people be coming on social media? Hey, F me 1,000. Atiko walo joko si Dubai. Oh, your picture. Mama da Fayoshe alone. Fayoshe. One of his family members lives there close to me. I've not seen her for a very long time. But market. Family Fayoshe Gidini. They are all criminals. All they want to be there is just to be irrelevant. That's all. That's what the politician wants. Politicians don't care about you. Stop thinking they care about you. Oh, we will bring Peter Obi, and then what's he going to do? Peter Obi will stop all the corruption in NNPC. Do you know the amount of corruption to one in NNPC? Ashima Konjola Kononi Adesoji, because their first name is different. Make life miserable. There's no education. I mean, how can students be at home now doing nothing? And that does not makes you feel uncomfortable. Poverty everywhere. I'm gonna do a long law school learning, so you probably be hearing their noise. Are you okay? Yeah, just stay there. Okay, Mambo.
Okay.
Yeah, go and take it. You okay? It's painful. The poverty level in Nigeria. And it's just the beginning. More than charity and struggle here. You are part of that statistics that the World Bank is talking about. So why do you want them to be talking about our statistics when we can get the hell out? kí la fẹ́ tẹ́ dúró ká máa fi wá ṣe statistics ṣé bọ́ ṣe ń fi wá ṣe statistics yẹn ṣó dání. There's a lot of message on my phone and ẹ máa ń ṣe sùúrù gan tó bá send message o. There's so many messages and it takes a lot of time to go through those messages. It's a shame. In tó ń dùn àwọn ọlọ́kàn nìyẹn ẹ rò pé àkànṣe yìí ní gbogbo àwọn kìíní ni pé àfihàn náà in tó ń dùn àwọn ọlọ́kàn ni state ẹ̀kúlù yẹn wà kọ́ ló wà so kí la wá fẹ́ máa too stress. Táwa bá jókòó sí bíbá tẹ́yìn ò wá òkè ṣé ìdùnnú ti wà nìyẹn ni yàtọ̀ sáwọn tó fẹ́ ba ìrìn àjò ẹ fẹ́ ba ìrìn àjò tó gbé dání jẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ ba ìrìn àjò tó gbé dání jẹ́ àní ká drive ẹ̀ kọ́ fast ẹ̀yin kan fẹ́ máa slow down ẹni ẹ̀ mọ̀ ṣe ẹni tó bá mọ̀ ṣe kó lọ Benin Republic kó lọ jókòó sí Benin o àwọn jókòó sáà búrọ̀ kẹ́ni ẹ̀ mọ̀ ṣe kẹ́fẹ́ bá nǹkan jẹ́ kí a máa ba ojú gbogbo yín jẹ́ máa fi mídíà máa fi ba ti yín jẹ́ ẹni tó bá mọ̀ pé òun mọ̀ kankan ṣe ẹ ra tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì ó kúkú mọ̀ ẹ̀yin irú èmi nísìnyí nìyẹn irú àwa nísìnyí ojú wa popular jingo ni wọ́n mọ̀ ẹ̀yin ẹ ra tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì gbogbo nǹkan lẹ fẹ́ béèrè lọ́wọ́ wọn lórí fóònù ẹ fi pé gbogbo nǹkan lọ́ máa sọ fún yín lórí fóònù tí wọ́n lè tap ẹni tó bá fi pé ọ̀rọ̀ ìrìn àjò yìí ó kà wọ́n lára ẹ ra tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì kẹ lọ sílé bàbá ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ò yé mi ẹ ṣàlàyé fún wa ẹ jókòó sórí social media ẹni kí bàbá Akíntóyè máa sọ gbogbo nǹkan fún yín ẹ mọ fóònù wọ́n lè máa táàpù fóònù wọn náà ṣe ẹ lọ́lé nìyà ẹ lọ́lé ẹ ra tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì kẹ lọ́lé kẹ lọ bá wọn kẹ lọ gbọ́ sétí ibi tó bá ṣẹ́ dé àti ibi tó bá ṣẹ́ dé ẹ jókòó sórí social media ẹ ń critique sí àwọn tó wà nísàlẹ̀ ẹ ń critique sí gbogbo àwọn ọmọ tó ń lọ tó ń bọ̀ ẹ̀yin náà ẹ lọ́lé náà kẹ lọ fara kún wọn ẹ lọ́lé kẹ lọ fara kún wọn ẹ bá dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé ẹ lè lọ́lé dẹ́dẹ́gẹ́ ká ṣe sùúrù pẹ̀lú wọn ẹ rò pé easy náà tó wà nílé tó ń ṣe Yorùbá nation it's not easy for them and that is why yes we want to encourage them ṣẹ́rí fear èmi fẹ́ kọ́ gbé kúrò lára ẹ má jókòó sí inú Zoom conference meeting yín tó comfortable ta ni kò comfortable èbí mi náà bá tán internet ní sì máa join Zoom a ní kẹ lọ́lé ẹ ra ticket kẹ lọ́lé ẹ lè má lọ ní summer because ó wà expensive nísìnyí ẹ lọ nígbà tí kò bá wà expensive under £500 you get a ticket to Benin Republic ẹ lọ́lé náà ẹ̀yin ò fẹ́ sacrifice £500 láti lọ bá bàbá Akíntóyè ẹ lè fẹ́ béèrè gbogbo nǹkan lọ́wọ́ bàbá Akíntóyè lórí fóònù níbo lọ ti ń ṣe yẹn níbo ni wọ́n ti ń ṣe yẹn kí bàbá yẹn máa sọ gbogbo nǹkan fún yín lórí social media kò lè sọ ó ṣe máa sọ gbogbo ẹ̀ fún wa lórí social media èmi mọ tí bàbá sọ fún èmi nígbà tí èmi rí wọn on one mo mọ tájọ sọ ọ̀rọ̀ àgbàlagbà èmi náà gbé sábẹ́ ẹkùn because ihun tí wọ́n ní sọ lórí social media ni bàbá yẹn sọ sí mi létí but ẹ̀yin wá jókòó sí abroad ẹ jókòó sí all over the world ẹ wá expect pé ká gbé bàbá wa town hall media ó yá bàbá a máa béèrè lọ́wọ́ yín níbo la dé nísìn ṣé ti kọ́ àwọn ọmọ ogun abẹ́ ya wèrè ni kí bàbá máa sọ àwọn nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ lórí live program ẹ lọ́lé ẹ ra tíkẹ̀kẹ́ lọ́lé kẹ lọ́bẹ̀ tẹ́ bá lọ́lé bàbá yẹn sọ fún yín ìtẹ̀fẹ́ gbọ́ I know him if you are genuine as of tó bá genuine kò ní sọ bàbá ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ò yé mi nítorí mi lọ́lé nìyẹn èmi mo fẹ́ mú fact mo fẹ́ mú kò títọ́ sọ bó lè boast anytime bọ̀kọ̀bọ̀lọpọ̀ yín rò pé wọ́n máa pa mí sílé Ìgbòho Koiki ò bá wà níbẹ̀ yẹn kọ́ pààrọ̀ náà tó bá pa mí ṣe after 1 year ẹ máa rẹ́ni tó máa sọ̀rọ̀ bí èmi maybe o but ní tèmi sọ yàtọ̀ sí táwọn sọ gbogbo ẹnu mo lè fi sọ ikọ̀ èmi náà máa jà ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wọn níwọ̀n níjà èmi náà máa jà ni mo lè ti dúró lé lórí ní tí mo dúró lé lórí ní ẹ̀pá máa jà pé àníjà yẹn rọ́lá pa kẹ́jẹ̀ má pọ̀ ni ìtẹ́ èmi ni mo dúró lé lórí confam mo rántí gbà tó pa àwọn ọmọ EndSARS October 2020 ẹ lọ find video tí mo ṣe nígbà yẹn ọ̀sánjọ́ yẹn ni mo declare pé Nigeria is now at war àwọn media kan pè mí pé mo lè máa sọ orúkọ bẹ́ẹ̀ platform yìí ni mo ti sọ ni èmi mo àjọ ń ṣe Yorùbá and then so bloody what platform yìí ni mo ti ń sọ mo lè gbogbo nǹkan mo lè sọ lórí platform yìí èyí tí mo lè sọ mo mọ̀ tí British government lè sọ pé ibi tó gbẹ́nu dé yẹn ó pọ̀ díẹ̀ gbogbo tí mo ṣe ń sọ is still within the ample of the law ẹ̀yàn dẹ̀ ẹ rò pé yes wọ́n gbọ́ nǹkan tí mò ń sọ ẹ rò pé wọ́n gbọ́ nǹkan tí mò ń sọ èyí ìgbà tẹ́yìn ọmọ tó ń pè mídíà tẹ́ bá mọ tó ń pè mídíà ni British government káwa náà lọ sógun you okay? All right. Just stay there mo ní kó wọlé àbọ̀rọ̀ mi yẹ yín nísìn kí ló ṣe TV ọ̀fẹ́ wo TV ní yàrá màmá ice cream bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mú ice cream ní yàrá ẹ lọ sísàlẹ̀ ẹ bá ti mú ice cream ẹ máa jókòó sí ilẹ̀ ẹlẹ́ lẹ́ máa jókòó sí o ilẹ̀ ẹlẹ́ lẹ́ máa jókòó sí ẹ jókòó sí ilẹ̀ ẹlẹ́ ẹ máa bá yín tán mo ń bẹ́ẹ̀ jẹ́ bá yín lọ sọ́ọ̀tà ọmọ yẹn out ẹ bá yín understand not expensive just like bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ẹni tó bá fi pé ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ò yé òun ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation bí tó dé ẹ ra tíkẹ̀kẹ́ lọ bá bàbá kí tó rìn nísàlẹ̀ báyà ìpẹ́ fẹ́ lọ bá Ìgbòho náà nìkẹ́ lọ bá nísàlẹ̀. Oh no, bro. A máa lọ post office kò ṣe ní sin ẹ má kàn mí lójú o. Yeah, after, yeah, I'm gonna after. You know what to do? Eh? You know how to do it? Eh?
Are we going to make the thing where you fit it?
Eh?
Are we going to thing where you fit it?
Yeah, mo ti ṣetán. Ẹ jẹ́ bá àwọn èèyàn mi sọ̀rọ̀ dáadáa. Kí wọ́n lọ wá nǹkan tí máa jẹ. Yàrá ọmọ kékeré lélẹ̀. Ọmọ kékeré ní yàrá tiẹ̀, obìnrin ní yàrá tiẹ̀. Àyàfi àná ń jìyà. A ní ká kúrò nù ìlú tó ṣiṣẹ́ fún yàn kankan. Ìlú tó ti fà wá sẹ́yìn. Ká reclaim identity wa padà. Ṣé identity tá à ń lò ní Nàìjíríà ṣó make sense ni? Ṣó favour wa ni? Kò favour wa náà. Ẹ ṣe gan ìyá mi ẹni lọ ló bọ̀. Ìkan wà off school lẹ́nìí. So mo wá sọ fún yẹn pé ọmọ Oòduà náà nílò kọ́mọ lè máa sáré ń ṣe wàhálà o. Ọmọ Oòduà mélòó náà ló ń kọ́ wọn ní school. But ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ ìyẹn off ní school wọ́n ń ṣe bí inside day wọ́n ẹ̀kọ́ àwọn days kan wà tó kì í lọ sí school. Koiki sọ ọmọ lórí people sitting behind their camera line and twisting what ma ẹ má Koiki ṣì wà on èmi sọ pé bẹ́ẹ̀ lómi bá tún jáde gan sẹ̀ tó tún fọwọ́ kún ìyá onítìrì tó náà fi máa ṣe tiẹ̀ lọ́tọ̀ as long as tó bá sọ pé ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation ni à tún tẹ̀lé but a máa béèrè àwọn ìbéèrè lọ́wọ́ wọn gẹ́gẹ́ bí journalist. Yáyà nìkan ló fẹ́ dá ṣe ilé fẹ́ dá ṣe ẹ má fún ẹ láì blood pressure náà kàn máa pè mí o ẹ ṣáà yẹ ká máa bá ìrìn àjò yẹn lọ àti fẹ́ débi tá à ń lọ let's continue to let àwọn tó wà nílé I know there are millions of them that are not going to listen to what I'm saying but that's fine but what I can tell them is the economy will bite you too much. Sori business tó ń ṣe mo rí níbẹ̀ yá mi Saudi amánàmánà sori iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe yẹn ní Nàìjíríà owó ò ní máa padà wọlé mọ́ because bó ṣe ń pump owó sí owó yẹn máa get stuck ọmọ àwọn wọn náà níbo lówó yìí wà where is the money I've injected 1 million naira into this business it's because the economy is not good. Let's understand we have different people that wants to do different things let them go and do it. Yes ibi tá bá fi pé we ask question torí kò yé wa but ẹ láti rántí pé there are some things that we cannot reveal on air that's why I am saying if you are not sure of anything go to Ben at least Baba Akintoye is accommodating he will welcome you go to Benin and go and ask him Baba ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ò yé mi mo ń bọ̀ fún 1 week mo dẹ̀ máa rí yín o I'm sure he will welcome you don't sit in your own cocoon and try to ṣe brother Shaggy ní mi ni do you have a question àwọn èdè popular gan nísìnyí ó kàn ń jẹ atari káàkiri ni ṣẹlẹ̀ Yorùbá actress and actor láti orí Jídé kò sọ̀kọ́ ló ń jẹ ẹ sọ pé mo sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ kí n pè ní ẹ̀yàn kò Jídé àbẹ́ ṣeré ni àwọn tó bá ti ní value fún Yorùbá la fẹ́ máa pọ́n wọn lé fún ẹ cut video yẹn kan sọ pé Koiki ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn ìṣọmọ Yorùbá àbí egun ni wọ́n èlò ní Tinubu kó fún wọn èlò ní Tinubu fún ṣé ọkọ̀ jíde àbí kò sọ́kọ̀ wọ́n ṣe èrè wicked evil people. À ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ìran Yorùbá èyí ń sọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà so tí Tinubu bá wá ṣe tán ṣàtúmọ̀ máa wá Yorùbá mi tó tún máa lọ contest ni. I don't even understand what some of you are thinking. So tí Tinubu bá jẹ president after 8 years àwọn náà tàwa náà ló kàn padà àtúwádà padà sí north so gbogbo tí Tinubu bá ṣe àwọn náà tún wá reverse abẹ́rẹ́ mọ̀ pé nǹkan tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ nìyẹn. Do you think Tinubu will able to reverse anything when he gets there? Even bàbá ẹ̀ gan try Ọbásanjọ́ kò rí ṣe. Ọbásanjọ́ was there, he could not reverse anything. Oh yes, he will be able to do one or two things. Ó lè máa ṣe one or two things, there's no doubt. But he cannot reverse everything. So tí Tinubu bá ṣe tán, àṣẹ tó wá padà sẹ́yìn. Ó dà pé ẹ̀ understand tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ nìyẹn ṣá, èyí tẹ̀ ń sọ pé ká lọ dìbò. Tí Tinubu bá ṣe tán, ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tó wá dá padà sí north. Àwọn north àṣẹ wá fọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀ yánmúyánmú. Ẹ ṣe jàre ìyá mi Adéníkẹ́ òfin. Ẹ mọ̀ pé nǹkan tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ nìyẹn. Tí Peter Obi bá ṣe tán, àtúwáṣẹ̀ dá padà síbo. Ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ kù díẹ̀ o. Nàìjíríà ti tóbi jù kò ṣe kọ̀ǹténà rẹ̀ mọ́. Ó ti tóbi jù ẹjẹ́ apin sí wẹ́wẹ́. Scotland 5 million ni wọ́n ń jayé ọlọ́ba. Bí Scotland ṣe wà nísìn tó bá ní àwọn ní free visa gbogbo ní bíbá ẹ nísìn àtẹ̀mí gan ṣe máa náwó sókè pé mo fẹ́. I'm not losing focus. Kill me, but don't let them make you look. Focus on answer analysis. Focus on Yorùbá tí mo sọ. Focus on and lose. Níbo lẹ́yìn wà. Ẹbọra owó did nothing to support Yorùbá people. Ẹbọra ẹ̀wò kọ́. Ẹbọra inú gbó ni. Only my one Nigerianness is better than Yorubaness. Ó dà pé get message tá à ń sọ. Okay, you go and vote. Then after that, what would happen? If Tinubu become president, okay, economy will be nice, security will be fine. But put over the concept, there will be more terrorist activities because they will make that government ungovernable for him. More don't pè ní terrorist. Malafia sọ pé one of the current governor, òun ni commander. Mo tán pè bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé that means pé wọ́n fund owó sínú bẹ̀ àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ owó lò nísìnyí àfi kẹ́ pariwo Kóìkì ti kówó jẹ àtẹ̀gbọ́n yẹn mọ́ lẹ́nu jọ́ mẹ́ nígbà tó kúkú kó wá sọ́dọ̀ mi mọ́ nísìnyí àbí Kóìkì ti owó Kóìkì lówó wà owó Yorùbá nation owó Kóìkì ni ìjọba ti dánwó Kóìkì ẹ̀ gbówó lọ ẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ bá pè mí nísìnyí wọn ni ẹ lọ bá wọn ní central account ẹ̀rí pé ìyá mi ẹ̀rí pé ẹrù kúrò lórí mi díẹ̀ àgbọ́n yẹn mọ́ lẹ́nu jọ́ mẹ́ta nísìnyí pé Kóìkì kówó jẹ Kóìkì ti kówó jẹ owó Yorùbá nation owó Kóìkì lówó Kóìkì ti kówó àgbọ̀n ẹ̀ mọ́lẹ́rìí mẹ́ta ní sè tètè bá ti dídò owó ní sè ẹ lọ bá gbogbo àwọn tó wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ìyá mi gbé mi lékè kò ní bàjẹ́ tẹ bá sọ̀rọ̀ mi lẹ́niwẹ̀ ìyá yẹn máa gbà sí fún yín tó bá sọ̀rọ̀ Kóìkì lẹ́niwẹ̀ á gbà sí àgbọ̀n ẹ̀ mọ́lẹ́rìí mẹ́ta ní sè Kóìkì ti kówó jẹ owó Kóìkì lówó wà pé a kò wá sílé lásán a bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí í ṣe dis àwọn diaspora yes mo dúpẹ́ lọ́yọ̀ yín diaspora tẹ dúró àwọn diaspora kan tún disappoint wa Kóìkì ó dà pé nǹkan náà ṣe yẹn ó ṣe lóòótọ́ ok ẹlòmíà pè báyìí màmá rẹ̀ àyẹ̀wò ilé èlò lówó yín èlò lówó náà ṣé wọ́n wá ju ẹ̀mí lọ 2 weeks tí mo dágbére nínú ilé ìyàwó mi ó 6 passport mi níjọ́ tí mò ń lọ àṣírí ni mo sọ fún ilé mi mọ̀mísí mi ni mo pè pé tí kò bá fi wà láìtàlá ìsúnmọ́ bí láìlà sí láwà ọ̀rọ̀ tí mò ń sọ yìí ó 6 passport mi níjọ́ tí mo fẹ́ kúrò nílé mo pe mọ̀mísí mi ní ẹ pè nísinsìnyí mo ní mò ń lọ ìjọ́ tí mo lọ Nàìjíríà mo dágbére fún mọ̀mísí mi ẹni ṣoríire gbogbo yìí tẹ́yìn sọ pé mo kówó jẹ owó ìṣòro lákòjọ èmi fẹ́ra mi lẹ̀ àwọn diaspora wá rí pé Kóìkì wà ń lé kí ló fẹ́ àbó ni mo fẹ́ pósítà ṣọwọ́ ni ká send àbí ká bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe mo ní ẹ send owó ẹ̀tẹ̀ bá send ẹ̀ àṣe díẹ̀ ń bẹ̀ àlówó díẹ̀ àtúnfi ṣe nǹkan míì pé gbogbo ẹ̀ náà ni máa sọ lórí social media àwọn tó wà lé àwọn èrò pé mo ti kówó kan dé olúkálukú wọn bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń pe oríṣiríṣi àwọn èèyàn Kóìkì ti gbówó dé ó ti gbawó lọ́wọ́ àwọn diaspora àdẹ̀rí ẹ̀ mọ́ nísìn àbí àṣẹwà a ti wà níbi ojú agbami ọ̀rọ̀ nísìn lè ṣoríire gbogbo yín owó lọ kó jẹ wọ́n fa ìrìn àjò yẹn wá sẹ́yìn díẹ̀ ariwo wa ń lọ ta kí Koiki kí ló ṣe gan ẹlòmíràn tún pè mí pé kí ni mo ṣe náà mo lè sọ̀rọ̀ nísìn díẹ̀ moving forward ẹ bá wa dáwó sínú central account ọwọ́ wọn lówó wà nísìn kò sí lọ́wọ́ Koiki if that was what they were thinking ẹ yẹ ọlọ́bù conflict jàre mo lè wọ́n ti ní kí n máa jẹun lójú yín ni n bá gbé wá síbà kí n máa jẹ lójú yín ni ìyá mi lè dáadáa kò ní bàjẹ́ fún yín so èyí tẹ̀ wá ń lé ẹ̀ fọkànbalẹ̀ I believe that they will do everything possibly best of everything that we need gbogbo ta fẹ́ pátápátá ló máa ṣe we will make sure that they do it Tinubu ò lè work in Nigeria kò lè fix Nigeria I know you love him so much ẹ̀yin tẹ́ jẹ́ APC member I know you love Tinubu today kò sí nǹkan tá a fẹ́ sọ ẹ.
Give me a bowl.
lọ mú bóòlù fún àbúrò ẹ lọ mú bóòlù fún máa parí broadcast gan ní sẹ́yìn anyway so 12:32 mú àti mo sí náà àníyàn ẹ lọ jẹun jàre ká ní para mi walkie talkie a ti sọ fáwọn èèyàn 1,000 la need àárín 1,000 àwọn tó máa àwọn èèyàn máa kọ́ àṣẹ need ẹ̀ àwọn tó need walkie talkie lọ́wọ́ mi létí yẹn walkie talkie yẹn tí a fi ránṣẹ́ ó ti dé ibi tí mo fẹ́ kó dé lẹ́yìn ọ̀bàtà fi ránṣẹ́ less than 29 kan lẹ́ mẹ́rin kan ó ti wà lọ́wọ́ àwọn tí mo fẹ́ kó wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ and if you want me to show you evidence I will if you want me to show you evidence that the walkie talkie màá ní kó ṣe fídíò kan sí mi wọ́n kàn ní ṣojú wọn ni wàá show walkie talkie yẹn tó wà Nàìjíríà just for you to confirm it's there maybe you want to doubt me èmi ò ṣe security o I'm just playing my role from the media to support our people back home ìyá mi Eunice Ladipo ẹ ṣé gan ni so if we still get more we will buy we will arrange it and we will get it home safely flag today ọ̀dọ̀ chief imam flag táwọn tí máa ń ṣó yín yẹn ó ti dé Ìlọrin ẹ̀gbọ́n tẹ̀ ń bá dé ó ti dọ́dọ̀ bàbá mi Gẹ́gẹ́ Ojúọlá flag yẹn dé Ìlọrin mo bá chief imam sọ̀rọ̀ lánàá I only sent 50 pieces that's all I can afford to send kò ní bàjẹ́ fún yín Mr. Aziz but we're planning to do more if I have the means if I don't have the means we will do it if we don't have but flag ti dé Ìlọrin mo ti gbé flag lé chief imam lọ́wọ́ àti bàbá mi Gẹ́gẹ́ Ojú and some of other people when it gets to them I will announce it pé ó ti wà lọ́wọ́ àwọn kan tó jẹ́ àwọn it is not a lot like I say it's only 50 pieces but the ìjáyà mo rí ẹ̀mẹ̀ kò ní bàjẹ́ fún ẹ̀gbọ́n mi èmi àtẹ̀gbọ́n ìjọ káàkiri ni flag yẹn ṣẹ̀rí àwọn flag yẹn lọ́wọ́ tó nígi yẹn pẹ̀lú gíẹ̀ ó ti wà ní Ìlọrin lọ́wọ́ chief imam ilẹ̀ Yorùbá that's all I'm gonna tell you so ẹ wá máa calculate distance ẹ máa calculate báwo ló ṣe débẹ̀ ṣé ọ̀fẹ́ ló débẹ̀ ni ẹ̀yẹn ò ní láti worry but I've given him one tó bá ti dáhùn bí tó kù màá jẹ́ kẹ́ gbọ́ thank you so much everyone ẹ jẹ́ lọ jẹ breakfast kí n bá àwọn ọmọ ọdún àkájọ pọ̀ nínú ilé and then we'll probably come back later we must continue to reclaim back na fi jà o a kò máa defend ara wa ni that's all thank you so much ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà nílé I understand that the country is biting ẹ má lọ ṣe ritual pẹ̀fẹ́ pààyàn fẹ́ fi make owó ìgbà díẹ̀ ló kù a máa fọ́ Nàìjíríà everybody will be fine I know it's difficult now kò sẹ́ni tó ń fún yín kò sẹ́ni tẹ́ ẹ̀ ní but ẹ túbọ̀ ẹ fara dà ṣẹ́ra ara tẹ́ fi ń dá yẹn tí anger yẹn bá di pé ó jáde tán reaction anger yẹn la máa fi lé wọn ẹ máa gbà sára ọlọ́pàá gbá ilé tí gbé kejì fún kó gbà ọlọ́pàá yẹn máa sáré tó bá yá politician tó ń dín pẹ̀lú yín ẹ máa faradà ó kù díẹ̀ ni àwọn politician yẹn ọ̀pọ̀ gbogbo politician tó ń dalẹ̀ Yorùbá nú tó ń dàrú wọ̀ tó 1 million security Nigeria kò tó 1 million ẹ máa fara gbà ẹ̀rí nǹkan míì ẹ fara gbà ẹni Koiki sọ ẹ máa fara gbà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ó kù díẹ̀ ṣẹ́rí ara tẹ́ ń gbà yẹn tá a bá máa react pẹ̀lú èmi àtẹ̀yìn kò yé mi sọ àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n kan tọkọ̀ jókòó sáà brọ́dọ̀ àjọ máa react together ni àṣírí ti máa sọ fún yín nìyẹn ẹ mú mọ́ra torí pé tí a bá dípa máa react gbogbo wájọ máa react together ni mo ní sọ jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ thank you so much have a very good morning bye for now ká lè lọ ka messages kẹ́yìn náà lè láǹfààní àti tún pè wá yín tẹ́ bá fi bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ bàbá rẹ̀ ni bá ṣèrà wọ́kítọ́kì fún wa we appreciate èyí tá a fi ránṣẹ́ sílé ó ti dọ́wọ́ àwọn tí mo fẹ́ kó dọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ but I don't have to give you more than that details but if you want me to show you evidence màá ní káwọn ọ̀nà méjì ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ wọn ní dárúkọ state yẹn wá ṣe màá ní kó fi ránṣẹ́ sí mi and I'll just show you but I'm sure people will say kò necessary but tó ráwọn kan lọ́rọ̀ pé bí wọ́n lọ ta lálábàdì ibi ò pa wá dé yẹn bye for now.